Oh, hey guys, I didn't even know I was on. Okay, you should have this packet right here out. It's Grimm's Fairy Tales. I'm going to read it and ask the questions. Again, you know the deal. You pause it if you need it paused to answer the questions, okay? And if I have to pause, I'll pause too. Let me turn this thing off over here. Okay, all right, let's do this. Okay, so we're on Grimm's Fairy Tales. There was once a forester who went into the forest to hunt. As he entered the forest, he heard what sounded like a little child scream. He followed the sound and at last came to a high tree. At the top of the tree sat a little child. The mother had fallen asleep under the tree with the child, and a bird of prey had seen it in her arms, flown down, snatched it away, and set it on the high tree. The forester climbed up, brought the child down, and thought to himself, "You will take him home with you, and bring him up with your Lina." So he took it home, and the two children grew up together. The one which he had found in the tree was called Fundevogel, because a bird had carried it away. Fundevogel and Lina loved each other so dearly that when they did not see each other, they were sad. Now the forester had an old cook, who one evening took 2 pails and began to fetch water, and did not go once only, but many times out to the spring. Lina saw this and said, "Listen, old Santa, why are you fetching so much water? If you will never repeat it to anyone, I will tell you why." So Lina said no, she would never repeat it to anyone. And then the cook said, "Early tomorrow morning, when the forester is out hunting, I will heat the water, and when it is boiling in the kettle, I will throw in Fundevogel and will boil him in it." Ouch. This is a fairy tale, so yes, kind of like Hansel and Gretel. So your questions are, for number 1, true or false? The angry viewpoint of the cook is shown through her plan towards Fundevogel. A, true. B, false. Number 2, when the forester would bring him up, this refers to the path that the forester would take to get the child to his home. A, true. B, false. Multiple choice. Even though the forester kidnapped the child, Fundevogel, the narrator shows a positive viewpoint towards the forester. How does the narrator do this in the story? A, the forester wants his child to have a playmate. B, the old cook wants to boil the child. C, the forester treated the child in a loving way. Or D, the author likes forests and shows that he appreciates nature. 4, in what way do you think the last paragraph fits into the overall story? A, it establishes a problem. B, it explains the character of the old cook. C, it shows the interaction between the characters. D, it solves the problem that the old cook has with the new child. And then we continue with the story. Early the next morning, the forester got up and went out hunting. While he was gone, the children remained in bed. Then Lina said to Fundevogel, "If you will never leave me, I too will never leave you." Fundevogel said, "Neither now nor ever will I leave you." Then said Lina, "Then will I tell you. Last night old Santa carried so many buckets of water into the house that I asked her why she was doing that. And she said that early this morning, when father is out hunting, she will set the kettle full of water, throw you into it, and boil you. But we will get up quickly, dress ourselves, and go away together." The 2 children therefore got up, dressed themselves quickly, and went away. When the water in the kettle was boiling, the old cook went into the bedroom to fetch Fundevogel and throw him into it. And when she came in and went to the beds, both the children were gone. She was terribly alarmed and said to herself, "What shall I say when the forester comes home and sees that the children are gone? They must be followed instantly to get them back again." Number 5, what does fetch mean as it was written in the 4th paragraph? So go back to the 4th paragraph and look. A, to ask a question. B, to bring back. C, to move a something. Or D, to be sold. Number 6, what does the narrator's description of Lina reveal about her character? A, she can't keep a secret very well. B, she's spoiled and wants her friend. C, she's scared of Fundevogel. Or D, she cares for Fundevogel. And then the third part of the story. Then the old cook sent 3 servants and after the children, who were to run after and overtake the children. The children, however, were sitting outside the forest, and when they saw the 3 servants running from afar, Linus said to Fundevogel, "Never leave me, and I will never leave you." Fundevogel said, "Neither now nor ever." Then said Lena, "You become a rose bush, and I the rose upon it." When the 3 servants came to the forest, nothing was there but a rose bush with 1 rose upon it. The children were nowhere to be found. Then they said, "There is nothing to be done here," and they went home and told the old cook they had seen nothing in the forest but a little rose bush with 1 rose on it. Then the old cook scolded and said, "You simpletons, you should have cut the rose bush in 2, broken off the rose, and brought it home with you. Go and do it at once." They therefore had to go out and look for a second time. The children, however, saw them coming from a distance. Then Lena said, "Fundevogel, never leave me, and I will never leave you." Fundevogel said, "Neither now nor ever." Said Lena, "Then you become a church, and I'll be the chandelier in it." So when the 3 servants came, nothing was there but a church with a chandelier in it. They said therefore to each other, "What can we do here? Let us go home." When they got home, the old cook asked if they had found the church, and they said no. They had found nothing but a church with a chandelier in it. And the old cook scolded them and said, "You fools, why did you not pull the church to pieces and bring the chandelier home with you?" Then the old cook herself got on her legs and went with the 3 servants in pursuit of the children. The children, however, saw from afar that the 3 servants were coming and the cook waddling after them. Then said Lena, "Fundevogel, never leave me, and I will never leave you." Then said Fundevogel, "Neither now nor ever." Said Lena, "Be a fish pond, and I will be the duck upon it." The cook, however, came up to them, and when she saw the pond, she lay down by it and was about to drink it. But the duck swam quickly to her, seized her head in its beak, and drew her into the water. And there the old witch drowned. And then the children went home together and were heartily delighted, and if they had not died, they are living still. It's an interesting story, and you're about to walk in my room. Number 9. For what reason was the children's changing into the rose bush and church included in the story? A, to make the servants look foolish. B, to follow the story to have a happy ending. C, to show that this was a magical story. Or D, to allow the children to trick the servants by looking like objects. Number 10, the narrator's viewpoint of the character of Old Santa, the cook, is revealed through the cook's words to the servants. What does the narrator have the cook do? A, she insults the servants and forces them to go back to the forest. B, she speaks directly to the servants. C, she gives direct instructions to the servants to go back in the forest. D, she compliments the servants by calling them simpletons. 11, what is the meaning of overtake the children when it is stated at the beginning of the text? A, speak to them. B, catch them. C, run past them. D, push them down. When the old cook got on her legs, that's number 12. When the old cook got on her legs, what does this mean? A, stood up. B, put her legs on. C, put her shoes on. Or D, stretched her legs. Once you're finished with it and you've checked your work, go ahead and put it in the blue basket and you can work on the rest of your mustard and ketchups for today. Have a good weekend. Bye.